Here are some comforting Bible verses to study for bedtime. Psalm 4:8. In peace I will lie down and sleep, for you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety. This verse reassures us that God is our protector, and we can release worries and anxieties to Him. As we prepare for sleep, this verse reminds us to trust in God's presence and feel safe in His care. Matthew 11:28-30. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Jesus invites us to come to Him with our struggles and burdens. This promise of rest goes beyond physical rest, extending to the soul's relief. This verse encourages us to hand over our burdens to Jesus, allowing peace and rest. Psalm 91, 1-2. Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in whom I trust. This psalm provides assurance of God's protection. When we dwell in His presence, He becomes our refuge, offering comfort and security. It's a reminder to end the day under His protective wings. Proverbs 3:24. When you lie down, you will not be afraid. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. This verse is a promise of peaceful sleep for those who trust in God. By aligning ourselves with Him and living in wisdom, we can find relief from fears and anxiety, knowing He watches over us. Philippians 4:6-7. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Paul encourages us to release our anxieties to God through prayer. Ending the day with prayer and gratitude helps us experience the peace of God, protecting our hearts and minds as we rest. Isaiah 26:3. You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast, because they trust in you. This verse speaks of the reward for a mind fixed on God, perfect peace. When we focus on God rather than our troubles, He fills us with peace that can ease us into a restful night. Psalm 23, 1-3. The Lord is my shepherd. I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. This classic psalm depicts God as a loving shepherd who provides, restores, and refreshes. Visualizing God guiding us beside quiet waters can be calming and remind us of His care, making it perfect for bedtime. Psalm 121, 3-4. He will not let your foot slip. He who watches over you will not slumber. Indeed, He who watches over Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. God's constant vigilance reassures us that even as we sleep, He is awake and caring for us. This helps us to trust in His unfailing watchfulness and rest peacefully, knowing He guards us. Psalm 34:4. I sought the Lord, and He answered me. He delivered me from all my fears. This verse reminds us that God is attentive to our prayers. When we seek Him, He listens and eases our fears. As we lie down, we can release our anxieties, trusting that God is near. John 14:27. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid. Jesus promises a unique, lasting peace. Unlike temporary comfort from the world, His peace is enduring. This assurance helps calm a restless heart, allowing us to let go of troubles before bed. Psalm 139. 17 to 18. How precious to me are your thoughts, God. How vast is the sum of them. Were I to count them, they would outnumber the grains of sand. When I awake, I am still with you. God's love for us is infinite. Meditating on his constant care reassures us that we are never alone. Even as we sleep, he remains with us, faithfully watching over us. 2 Timothy 1:7. For the Spirit God gave us does not make us timid, but gives us power, love, and self-discipline. This verse helps us face fears with strength. God's Spirit is in us, giving us the courage and resilience we need. Reflecting on this truth as we fall asleep can ease worries and fears. Psalm 62, 1 through 2. Truly, my soul finds rest in God. My salvation comes from him. Truly, he is my rock and my salvation. He is my fortress. I will never be shaken. Finding rest in God means knowing he is our unshakable foundation. This verse reminds us that he is our source of strength, allowing us to rest deeply and securely in his care. 1 Peter 5:7. Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. This verse invites us to place every worry in God's hands. He genuinely cares for us, so we can go to sleep, knowing that he holds our concerns, freeing us from carrying them alone. These verses offer comfort and guidance, helping to calm our minds and prepare us for a restful night. Take care, everyone.